Hey, this is TJ from Love Life Hitched Up. If you have a jacket, bike rack on your tab or your tag or your camper, you're going to want to watch this video. So as you know, we have a jacket. Let's Go Aero dual bike rack for the front of our tab. And we bring our bikes with us all the time when we go camping. Now you're looking, where are the rest of the parts to this? Well, I'm going to show you what we found and added to our whole setup here that has made our life so much easier. Stick around, see what you can do with 2 bolts to make your life easier. When we go traveling, and we're out for quite a while, or even if we go for a long weekend, we love to bring our bikes. It gives us the ability to get around the campground or even some neighborhoods and just go for enjoying bike rides. But it was always a problem because we always had to bring an extra bike rack. Because how are we going to transport the bikes on the back of the car? Well, I found a solution to that, and it's called the Bump It. It's by Aero. It's an addition that you can use, and here you can see, right here, these are our bikes normally on the front of the trailer, are now here. It utilizes the same Y arms, as I'll show you, and an attachment that allows you to hook up to your tow hitch. So now I don't have to carry an entire new bike rack with me. All I have to carry is one little piece that I'm going to show you in this video, and I'm going to show you how it goes together and how much easier this makes our life and saves so much room in our tow vehicle for all the other things that we'd rather like to bring. And here you have the bike setup minus the bike. These are the parts that you're familiar with that are normally connected to your rig. And I'm going to show you how removing this one bolt here and one bolt here, and how we can put it right back there on the front of the camper. Well, you know me, I'm all about security. So I do put locks on the bolts. They do come with holes on the end of the pins, so you can put either a clip pin and or a lock. I use padlocks because, you know me, all about the security. It just keeps those honest folks honest. So just by removing this one bolt at the bottom here, it will disconnect the Y wings of your jacket. Now we're going to go put it on the front of the camper. So by simply taking your Y arms and the connector, placing it back in this upper bracket, you reinstall the bolt, and nice and secure so it doesn't rattle around, and we're ready to reinstall our bikes. Once the bolt's back in place, I reinstall the padlock through the hole, because somebody comes along with the right set of tools, they can remove this bolt and possibly take your bikes and everything right with it right off. I use one on the lower attachment as well. I don't on the bottom, there's no way to attach, but those bolts are pretty hard to get out, so they'd have to work really hard to steal the entire thing. The one thing that I do find with the jacket, these pins on the arms, they will just come straight out. So somebody theoretically could pull these pins, slide the arms off with your bike on it, and roll with your bikes. So what I always do once the bikes are in place, and I'll show you, is I run a cable lock through here, so they'd have to disassemble it from the frame to be able to do that. Just keeping them honest. Let's put the bikes on. If you've seen my earlier review of the jacket, you know that one of the things that you could be considered a downside to the jacket, although I love the bike rack in general, is that it does take a little bit of physical effort to get the bikes up on there. Here's a portion of the video that we made earlier about our jacket bike rack. I just wanted to show you it takes a little bit of lifting to get the bikes in place. Works best if you work in a pair or have super lightweight bikes. These bikes aren't bad, but it does take a little wrestling to get the inside bike between the camper and the rack without bunking into the window and things of that nature. Lining up your pedals is always key, so you can use your windows to get that ventilation. But all in all, I think it's a great rack. Let's get the other one on, and I want to show you the bump it part in itself and the installation of that. So let me show you how easy it is to take the jacket out of your truck or off of your truck. It's real simple here. Again, just one bolt. That bolt loosens. As you can see, there's that small hole on there. You can put a padlock through, just keep everything together. And then 1, 2, 3, slips out of your truck. That bolt lets it tighten down so you don't get any rattling. And this is all that you're left with right here. Just this one small piece. The Bump It, Let's Go Aero. This I throw in the back of my truck with that additional bolt that it comes with. And now I don't have to carry a separate bike rack. 10 minutes max, swapping the one piece to the other, and I'm ready to go. So much better space. Because you know, when you got a small camper, you can't have a lot of extra junk. And this has simplified my life so much. Lets me take my bikes whenever I want to go, and easy enough to remove and install. So if you got an Aero bike rack on your camper, you need one of these so you can throw it on your car, take it with you. So here you can see both bikes are back installed on the front of the camper here. This is the cable lock that I run through. It's a traditional bike lock. Runs through the frame of both bicycles down through the frame of the jacket here, so that it makes it much harder for someone to just come along and remove the bikes and take them off of here. And this is how we keep it on the camper while we're going. I use these same locks when I put them on the back of the truck because the same issue takes place there. So I run the locks through the frame and I run right through the lock mechanism on the back of the truck. So that keeps them attached to the back of the truck. In the event that we stop in a parking lot or store or whatever, that keeps that bit of security there. And the one thing that I do love about this setup is I don't have to change any of the settings for my bike when I move it from the truck to the camper to the truck. Well, I hope you found this video entertaining and informative. And I will leave a link below for our jacket bike rack. If you've not seen that video, full review of the whole setup that we had done earlier. I'll leave links below for the Bump It as well. It's about 49 bucks. And remember, when you're out there living life, do it hitched up.